Welcome back to our latest international rugby update. Today we have a significant story involving two of the biggest names in world rugby, the All Blacks and the Springboks. New Zealand Rugby has officially confirmed that Tony Brown will return home after the 2027 Rugby World Cup to become part of the All Blacks coaching staff. It is a decision that has attracted attention across the rugby world because Brown is currently serving as the attack coach for the reigning world champions, the Springboks. His move represents more than just a coaching change. It reflects New Zealand Rugby's long-term vision of bringing experienced New Zealand coaches back home to strengthen the national team for the future. With Dave Rennie preparing to lead the All Blacks into a new era, this announcement has created excitement among supporters and analysts alike. Let's take a closer look at what this appointment means. According to the official announcement, Tony Brown will join the All Blacks coaching group from 2028 on a 2-year contract. Until then, his full attention remains on helping the Springboks during their preparations for the 2027 Rugby World Cup in Australia. That commitment is important. Both New Zealand Rugby and Brown have made it clear that his current responsibilities with the Springboks remain the priority until the conclusion of the tournament. Only after fulfilling those duties will he officially begin the next chapter of his coaching career. For many rugby fans, this move feels like a natural homecoming. Before becoming one of the most respected attack coaches in international rugby, Tony Brown built a strong reputation as both a talented player and an innovative coach. Over the years, he has worked with several successful teams and has consistently been praised for his creative attacking ideas, player development, and calm leadership. His coaching philosophy focuses on encouraging players to make smart decisions under pressure while maintaining an exciting attacking style. Those qualities have made him highly respected across international rugby. The announcement was welcomed by New Zealand Rugby Chief Executive Steve Lancaster. He described Brown as a world-class coach who continues to earn respect from teams and head coaches around the world. According to Lancaster, the decision was straightforward. When a coach of Brown's experience becomes available, New Zealand Rugby believes it is important to bring that knowledge back into the national system. He also explained that strengthening New Zealand's coaching depth remains an important priority for the future success of the All Blacks. While players often receive most of the attention, elite coaching has become equally important in modern international rugby. The smallest tactical improvements can make a major difference during high-pressure test matches. That is why experienced coaches are now considered valuable assets by every leading rugby nation. For New Zealand Rugby, securing Tony Brown years before his arrival demonstrates careful long-term planning rather than a short-term reaction. Another interesting aspect of this announcement involves Don Tricker, who will become New Zealand Rugby's high-performance director later this year. The process of appointing Brown was led by Tricker, highlighting the importance of building the strongest possible coaching structure well in advance. Rather than waiting until the last moment, New Zealand Rugby has chosen to secure experienced coaching talent early. This approach provides greater stability and allows future planning to begin immediately. One important point mentioned during the announcement is that the structure of the coaching staff will ultimately remain the responsibility of the All Blacks head coach. That means future coaching roles and responsibilities will continue to be shaped under the leadership of Dave Rennie. Speaking of Dave Rennie, his involvement in the appointment process also attracted attention. According to Steve Lancaster, Rennie remained informed throughout the discussions and fully supported the decision. That support is significant because strong relationships between head coaches and assistant coaches often play an important role in creating successful national teams. Clear communication, trust, and shared rugby philosophies help coaching groups operate effectively during major tournaments. The leadership at New Zealand Rugby believes Brown will become an excellent addition when he officially joins in 2028. Until then, however, Rennie and his current coaching staff remain completely focused on the challenges directly ahead. The immediate priority is preparing the All Blacks for upcoming international competitions and continuing to improve team performances. There is no suggestion that current plans will change because of an appointment that begins several years in the future. Instead, this announcement simply provides clarity about the long-term direction of the national coaching group. One fascinating element of this story is the current relationship between the All Blacks and the Springboks. These two rugby giants have shared one of the sport's greatest rivalries for generations. Every encounter between them carries enormous history, passion, and expectation. Now, Tony Brown continues helping the Springboks develop their attacking systems while knowing that he will eventually join the coaching staff of one of their biggest rivals. Professional rugby often creates situations like this. Coaches and players move between clubs and countries throughout their careers while maintaining complete professionalism. There is nothing unusual about planning future appointments well in advance. For now, Brown remains fully committed to the Springboks, and there is every expectation that he will continue giving his full attention to their World Cup campaign. Only after that chapter concludes will his focus shift completely toward the All Blacks. This professionalism benefits everyone involved. The Springboks receive the complete commitment of an experienced attack coach through one of the biggest tournaments in world rugby. At the same time, New Zealand Rugby gains certainty regarding an important future appointment. Fans have already started discussing how Brown's attacking philosophy could influence the future style of the All Blacks. Throughout his coaching career, he has often been associated with encouraging confidence, creativity, and intelligent decision-making. Modern international rugby requires balance. Strong defense remains essential. Powerful forward play is equally important. But creating scoring opportunities through accurate execution and quick thinking can often separate the world's best teams from the rest. Adding another experienced attacking specialist could provide valuable ideas as the All Blacks continue evolving their game. Of course, rugby success is never about one individual alone. Players, assistant coaches, analysts, medical staff, conditioning specialists, and team management all contribute to performances on the field. That is why successful international programs invest heavily in every part of their high-performance systems. This appointment reflects that broader philosophy. Rather than focusing only on players, New Zealand Rugby is investing in experienced leadership behind the scenes. Across international rugby, coaching teams have become larger and more specialized than ever before. Attack coaches, defense coaches, kicking specialists, scrum coaches, strength experts, performance analysts, and sports scientists all work together to maximize performance. Every detail matters. Preparation often begins months before a single test match is played. By confirming Tony Brown's future role early, the organization provides certainty and allows long-term planning to continue without unnecessary distraction. Looking ahead, supporters will naturally remain focused on the upcoming 2027 Rugby World Cup. The Springboks will aim to defend their reputation among the world's elite teams. Meanwhile, the All Blacks will continue building under Dave Rennie as they prepare for future international challenges. Although Brown's appointment begins after the tournament, today's announcement reminds everyone how carefully leading rugby nations prepare for the years ahead. Long-term planning has become an important part of modern international success. Strong player pathways, experienced coaching, and consistent leadership all contribute to building competitive teams. For New Zealand Rugby, bringing home one of the country's respected coaching minds represents another important step toward that goal. For Tony Brown, it marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter that reconnects him with New Zealand Rugby. Supporters will now watch with interest as both the Springboks and the All Blacks continue their journeys over the coming seasons. The rivalry between these famous rugby nations remains as strong as ever. Soon they will meet again on the international stage, each determined to prove themselves against one of the toughest opponents in world rugby. For now, though, one thing is certain. Tony Brown remains fully committed to the Springboks until the completion of the 2027 Rugby World Cup. After that, he will begin an exciting new role with the All Blacks, bringing valuable experience, fresh ideas, and international knowledge back to New Zealand Rugby. It is a move that has generated plenty of discussion throughout the rugby community, And many supporters will be eager to see how this new coaching partnership develops in the years ahead.